Brian Robinson Knoll, you made a comment on my YouTube video talking about the FreeX wireless printer, that it was something new coming out in 2021 that I should check out. Funny enough, this printer showed up from FedEx the day you made that comment, and I am actually pretty excited to unbox and take this thing for a spin because it might be the biggest, best value printer in 2021. This video is actually sponsored by FreeX, but I told them I will not make a video unless all opinions are my own, and there's no limitations on what I could say in the video. So with that being said, if you haven't already, please give the video a thumbs up. If you aren't already subscribed to the channel, consider subscribing, and let's get into the printer. It's over there. So here we have the FreeX Wi-Fi thermal printer. The cost, everyone probably wants to know the cost right off the bat. I paid, originally the website, it said $250. I put in my credit card information, I checked out, and then I saw a week later the price dropped down to $200 with a $50 coupon, and then I reached out to FreeX and said, hey, the price changed, can I get my difference? They said sure. So right now I am $150 into this printer. I don't know if the price is always going to stay that cheap, but at $150 shipped, if it has Wi-Fi printing, it's non-proprietary, I would say that this is going to be a pretty high contender of value as well as features. Nothing crazy going on with the box, just a little bit of branding on the side, but let's get into the actual printer. There we go. We're greeted by a little card, driver information, and over here, you've earned a cash rebate. Post a caption picture on Instagram or Facebook. Use the hashtags, #FreeX, #GetFreeX, #thermal printer, and get $10 cash rebate. And then you also must tag at GetFreeX, and your post must be public, and it must be at least 2 weeks old to qualify for $10. So that would bring the price down from $150 to $140. And then next level rewards, let the world hear just how much freedom your new FreeX brings. Post a 3+ minute video review and get $30 cash rebate. I am definitely going to be hitting them up for a $30 cash rebate because I actually did pay for this printer with my own money. So yeah, I'm gonna hit them up for a $30 cash rebate because this video is gonna be over 3 minutes long. It's gonna be public. I'll hit them up after it ages to being 2 weeks old. That's pretty cool. They're passing on some savings to the consumer with like a little bit of advertising to get up to $40 off. So right now this is on the website for $200. With the website coupon, I think it's save 50. It brings it down to $150. And then if you do both of these things, that could bring it down to $110 for a wireless printer. That is pretty enticing. Over here, it looks like we have a power supply, 100 to 240 volts in, 24 volts out at 2.5 amps. And I think that's the Epson power in. We got a USB cord, and we also have our North America power plug. Here is the actual printer itself. This is what everybody really wants to see. It comes in a nice little bag here. I guess that will protect the printer if the box were to get wet. Here is the printer itself. Looks like there's a feed button, probably an LED indicator right here. There's your viewing window so you can see your labels. You got a rear slit in the back so you could feed labels through that if you have like a huge roll behind it. Looks like a power switch. That's where your power in is gonna be. USB if you wanna use it via USB. But this does have Wi-Fi capabilities, which is kind of why I'm even interested in it to begin with. Here's some tear teeth right here up in the front. And on the bottom, we got some ventilation, some grippy rubber riser pads. That's it for the outside of the printer. If you pull up on these right here, it should open up. There we go, the printer. There is our print test page. This printer does print in 203 DPI, and it is said to print up to 170 millimeters per second, which I think is faster than what Rollo claims. It's faster than most because most normally just print at 150 millimeters per second. This one claims 170 as the max. On the top here, we have our thermal print head. You have adjustable roll holder, and it looks like there's a little switch right here that allows it to be in dynamic spring mode. You can adjust it and lock it out if you're gonna be feeding labels through the back right here. Here are Here's your feed guides right here. Those are also adjustable. Here's a sensor here, and then there's a sensor up here. I think that's what they use to sense the gaps between the labels. Here is our platen roller. Let's get this thing plugged in. I'm not gonna do a tutorial in this video. I'm going to do a tutorial coming out, I think on Wednesday, which will go through step-by-step installation, everything on this printer. This printer does hold more labels. I wonder if I can get, I'll be very surprised if I can get this roll in here. Wow, almost. It'll be able to fit once it gets a little bit smaller, but I get these from, I think this was from ups.com. It definitely has a bigger compartment, but these also come in 500s that would fit in here perfectly fine on a 1-inch core. But for this demonstration, I'm actually just going to suspend the roll behind it, feed it through the back like that. So we got the labels loaded. I'm gonna turn on the back switch. There we go. We got some blue LEDs, we got some green LEDs. It looked like it fed one label. It's already either calibrated or it's sensed that this is a 4x6 label. Should be good. Oh, when we open the top, we get a top open tone to let you know that there's the top open, I guess. Okay, we're gonna set this guy up with Mac. I think I have to use a USB at first to get it hooked up to the Wi-Fi network, but I'm gonna install it and then I'll report back to you guys.
A few moments later.
Okay, so I set it up with my Mac wirelessly. You do have to use a cord initially in order to basically program the printer with your Wi-Fi network. Now that it knows my Wi-Fi network, I installed it on my computer and it prints. I definitely am gonna have to come out with tutorials because it's not super intuitive. You gotta go places and do this and that. But following a tutorial, I think everyone will be fine. So I'm gonna print you guys a sample label wirelessly from my computer without any wires. Let's do 4 copies of this. There is a lag time going through space, like I already sent the signal to the printer. And as I'm talking, it's going through my router, being received by the printer, and then it's going to print. So there is like a 10 to 15 second lag time, but it will, once it starts printing, there it goes. Look at that. Some beautiful sample labels, adhesive thermal sample labels that we could stick on our package if they were real. So what would be a good case use for this is somebody that's using it at home or in an office that is going to be on multiple computers or wants to share it with multiple computers, share it with Macs, share it with PCs, because you don't need any wires, you don't need any cords plugged into this once they're all set up on the computer. To my understanding, it does not work with mobile. I was not able to get it working with mobile. I don't believe at this point in time it does. Maybe in the future it will, but right now it does not. I do like printers that can hold the labels inside of it rather than the Chinese sausage style, Rollo style printers. Some things that FreeX could improve upon, or I just personally don't like, is that it beeps like crazy when the top is open. That might be a setting that I can turn off. And then it automatically feeds and wastes one label when I close the top, which could be another setting that I have to mess with to change. I'm really not sure yet. 2 very, very small things. I still think the value is there. I also wish they would have given us a USB dongle or at least 100 labels maybe to start with, or maybe a roll of labels. But I completely understand if they didn't do it because they're getting their price point so low at $150 or $110 if you do the social media sharing bonuses that they do. Overall, yeah, I'm very happy with this for the price point. 150 bucks, share it on Instagram, get it down to 140, share it on YouTube or other social media, get it down to 110. That I think is actually like a really, really crazy good deal. I totally think the value is there. I will be coming out with tutorials in the future. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, please give the video a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, consider subscribing, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye.